Is. Oh, okay.
You ready, y'all?
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. What's up? What's up, everybody? We are back. Listen, I found him. Not that he was lost, y'all. It was me. But we are back like we never left. What's up, Abby? Insatiable is my name. Oh, okay. What is this channel about? We do what we can ready to talk about right now is the Real Housewives of Miami. This is a TV show review channel. We talk about celebrity news and pop culture, and that is what we do over here. I'm glad my channel popped up. I'm in somebody's algorithm. I hope that interests you. Go ahead and subscribe and hang out with us for a little while.
I hope I'm in the algorithm too.
Okay, let's pop up. What's up, Zap? Hey, boo. So listen, we haven't been here since the end of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. We said we were going to come back and do Salt Lake City, and that kind of didn't work out. But we're going to talk a little bit about Miami today.
I just want to say that I have been watching Miami. I think you and I should probably do a separate discussion in reference to Salt Lake City and what is going on with Mary.
We're gonna definitely do a separate conversation because I'm actually
but no, like I've been watching. I haven't been reviewing it, but I have been watching. I'm very in tune when it comes to Miami. Oh, I have. Though I don't like Jenny from Salt Lake City, I will comment and quote her. I have a lot of things, especially opinions, when it comes to Miami, because I watched it from episode 1. And for y'all who don't know, we're not discussing episodes 5 and 6 will be next week, but we're doing 1 through 4. 5 and 6 should be next week. Oh, but I have a lot of opinions.
We're going to get back on our regular rotation because today we only have enough time to really talk about Miami, but we are going to get back in our regular rotation and we will be talking about Salt Lake City.
Wait. So is my favorite friend going to be joining us?
I'm sending her the link. I told her yesterday, but I didn't expect us to be this late. That's my fault, y'all. Insatiable is my name. You said Alabama checking in. Well, roll tide. I'm a Bama fan, boo. I hope you are. I hope that didn't upset you. But I'm a Bama fan. For college football, I love Bama.
I'm not either, but because I spent 4 years in Alabama, because I did actually a little over. I did AIT in Alabama, and I spent my first 4 years there working at Fort Rucker, just to be an a-hole War Eagle, just for it.
Okay.
I don't care about either, but I'm just saying.
but because you always have to be the opposite.
No. That is Josiah.
Well, we're not even gonna. You're gonna leave my baby alone. That's my book.
All right. Okay.
Wait a minute.
But let's get into it. Let's do it because I've been waiting. Now, right quick, excuse the her. I ain't have time to do all the sound and everything. So if y'all can see it looking a little bit unkept, that's okay. Because we real over here.
Little baby, if you were in the chat, drop down. I can't. Her email's not popping up. Okay. I've been having these technical issues over here. But her email's not popping up. So, little baby, when you drop down in the chat, or if you in the chat, send me an email so I can send you the link, boo.
So
you
my
LSU and Clemson fan? Well, I ain't even mad about it.
My notes, actually, no. I got it. I'm about to say my notes are not here, but no, I got them. So yeah, we can talk about it. Yeah, we can go. We can do it. Time to get my notes together. So while ReallyBTV is smothering and gathering and hugging on herself, I want to know for everybody that's in the chat, how many of y'all put a 1 in the chat if you have only started watching at season 4, and put a 2 in the chat if you've been watching from season 1. Because I'm gonna let y'all know I don't see it for a lot of people. And because I've been watching from season 1, a lot of people more than likely gonna get a scold drag from me because I just don't see it. For the only 2 people, no lies. The only person that's no 2 people. Nicole and Gurdy are the only 2 that get a pass from me.
My favorite right now. So, first of all, this is what I want to say.
Talk to me.
Whenever I get a delivery, when I'm sitting here minding my business and I'm not doing nothing, they never ring the doorbell. Whenever I'm on live, they ring the doorbell. This is one of my many boxes from Bath and Body Works. I told y'all that I have a problem. My Bath and Body Works obsession has gotten a little out of control. So I don't even know what's in this box at this point. Because they've had sales. They've been having all these sales, and I just been buying. And I don't even want to tell y'all how many candles I have right now because
don't tell on yourself. Don't do it.
Right. But so like y'all said, the Real Housewives of Miami was a franchise. They had 3 seasons on Bravo, and then the show was, canceled. They like to use the word hiatus, but it's been gone for 10 years. That's canceled.
Yeah, in that instance, yes.
Little baby, send me an email so I can send you the link. For some reason, your email is not popping up. I have your email. It's somewhere in there. Just send me an email real quick, and then I'll shoot you back the link. And let me know when you did it so I can go in my email and send you the link. So they did the reboot over to the Peacock network. We know that NBC is really trying to push the Peacock network. We had the Ultimate Girls Trip over there. We know that they already have filmed a season 2 and they are getting ready to start casting for season 3. So we have that. Okay, little baby, give me a sec. And then they decided they were going to reboot Miami and put it on Peacock. Now, I did not watch all 3 seasons. I think I watched the first couple of episodes of season 1, and I saw that I wasn't reviewing shows back then, all that kind of stuff. So I think I just kind of lost interest and fell off. I do remember a few odds and ends, but I don't remember enough for it to matter. The one thing I will say, though, if you did not watch The Real Housewives of Miami, I'm going to say, and y'all, you can chime in as somebody who did watch the first 4, the original seasons. I feel like they've done a good job of giving you the background information.
No, they've definitely done I won't say they've done a good job. They've done a decent job.
Okay, a decent job. Okay.
Like I'll be honest. Like when it comes to Marisol, I try not to talk too much about her because she's not a main cast member. Even though she's an OG, she's a friend of. But when you're
I noticed that she's not doing a lot of filming. Yeah.
And I try to like it because in my reviews, I try not to go too deep because it's just like even like it's a look. I don't like a lot of people in these dang old shows, especially when I've been around since the beginning. But it's with her. Like I'm not gonna give her the blues because you're not a main cast member. And if we're gonna be all the way 100 for those of y'all who've been around since season 1, Marisol wasn't the housewife. Her mother.
That's what Abby just said in the chat. She said, and I remember her mother. Like that's the thing. I remember her mother.
Exactly. So Marisol Mama was the one. But what I will say is like with certain instances, like with Adriana, let me start off with this. I don't like her. So y'all gonna feel this in this review.
I don't like Adriana either. And I don't like
her. I didn't like her a while back. I just never reviewed it, but I didn't like her from a while back. But they didn't necessarily go down the rabbit hole of who Adriana is in them bringing us up to speed. Because then they would have to bring up Leah Black and all this other stuff. And Adriana being a liar. Because she's very much so a liar. So, yeah.
Hey, soap and wash. Hey, boo.
They did an okay job, but they didn't do a great job. Because it's almost, because you know with Bravo, they like to protect certain people. And even when it came to Larsa, what they should have done is that one particular episode, I don't know if it was the season finale or the episode before season 1, where Marisol Mama pretty much gave her the business, told her, you have a problem with a man, you're going to be without a man, you are emotionally insecure, and all of these different things, because they should have played that and parallel to what we at right now. So that's all I'm going to say. Bravo did an okay job. They didn't do a great job. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Abby, do you want the link since you have been watching Miami? You want the link? Because you can come on up, boo. So
wait, Abby gonna say Lil what Adriana do. I don't like Adriana. We gonna talk because in this particular I'm sorry. When we talk about
I wasn't crazy about I'm gonna tell you when I wasn't crazy about Adriana.
Episode I'm saying episode 3. I already didn't like her. But it was something she said in episode 3 of this season that really just made it clear. I don't like it. But it was something.
Close. Oh, there you go, boo. Hey, little baby. What's up, boo?
I was unprepared with that one. Sorry. Normally, I don't come in with the double. The echo.
It's all good.
Child.
Yay, my friend's here. Yay.
Customer service has been tearing my ass up.
I know you had told me before the holidays that you were going to be MIA. So
I just want a week to myself. I just want a week to just sit down and gather my thoughts.
Okay,
well, you get to come on here. You get to come on here and cut up with us for a little while. You get to come over here and cut up with us.
Little baby, this is what I need for you to do. Okay, listen to you. I'm gonna just say little brother. Oh, I'm gonna just say older brother. I'm gonna entertain. I'm gonna say listen to your older brother. Go ahead. Make you a nice little playlist with some Luther Vandross, some freaking Beverly, some Mays. Okay, get you all some Gladys Knight in them. Make you a nice little playlist. Get you a couple of bath bombs. Get you some bath bombs. Get you some bubble bath. Now, when you start running your bath water, put a bubble bath in there. Use your hand, go back and forth to make the bubbles. Then throw the bath bomb in there. Then put your music on the Bluetooth speaker. And then just lay that on the pillow with you a nice little glass of wine and just melt into the water. That's what I want you to do. Praise God.
Now, y'all, I'm going to say this, and I already know what you're going to do when I say this. You're going to go black screen when I say this. I know you don't talk a whole lot about relationship stuff. I know that's not your forte, but you sound like you know how to pamper a woman. You sound like you know how to pamper a woman over there, y'all.
Maybe. Look. Okay. Look, I'm not gonna sit there and say what I look
in the bath water.
look, I am a jack of all trades and the master of none. But don't ask me how I know what I know. Just know that I know what I know.
I know that's right. You say don't ask hard questions. Just know that I know.
Because I'm not gonna answer because that's none of your business. See, this comes from years of experience and sitting around the old folk.
You know what? We learn a lot listening to the old folk. We learn a lot listening to the old folk. So let's go. Okay, so let's start with episode 1.
Okay.
The easiest way to do this might be to go storyline by storyline rather than episode by episode. What you think?
We can do storyline or person. It really don't matter to me. Just know when we get to Adriana, I'm gonna wet that ass out.
Well, we're gonna get to her. We're gonna get to her. So let's start at the beginning. At the beginning, because it was a reboot, I like the way Bravo gave us the OGs first. They had us meeting up with the OGs, and they were sitting down to having a nice little lunch or brunch or whatever the situation was. They were having some cocktails. I like that. I thought that was cute the way they gave us all the OGs in that first, like the first half of the first episode. Go ahead, what you gonna say, y'all?
Three things. Number 1, I'm gonna need for Larsa to give me more, because the really fans,
I need more. I need more than her OnlyFans and her selling that house.
Saying the really fans, OnlyFans, the me and Scotty and everything. Like nobody cares about that. That's nothing. So that's the first thing.
Season 1, if I can remember, Larsa's always been a bore. And then, like, when she was talking, It was all about, well, when I was growing up, I was always told I was pretty and I was great. And my mom always supported me and we were always fine and we were always great. And I'm like, why are we back here?
That little baby. What I'm about to say, I blame on you because I didn't come here to read. I'm really lying right there. But but what I didn't like with that is because if y'all need to go back and watch season 1, that's on Peacock. You ain't even gotta watch all of season 1. Just find the one episode that talks about the psychic party. Because Marisol mama, I don't fuck Marisol. I like her mama. I love her mama. Her mama was the star, was the show. Because the mom, and here's the thing with Larsa doesn't believe in psychics and everything. And they even said, now Marisol mama told her husband, I'm a witch. But in general, she just reads energy. Larsa came in with the whole thing of, I don't believe in psychics, but I want you to tell me about me. So you asked for this. This is what you asked for. And she said, okay, there's an issue with you and a man. If y'all go back and watch and see her whole face crack. And she was like, well, I got this many boys. And she was like, no. It's not a boy. It's a man. But I'll talk to you later. Because she was, now I don't know if it was the whole, I don't want to put you on blast in front of these women or because the camera's here. But then Larsa kept trying to nudge at her. And look, and I mean, granted, she was talking to Chrissy, which Chrissy was only season 1. But she read her ass down in terms of her own tea. And when you think about right now, a lot of what Marisol mama said, facts.
Like when she told her she's emotionally immature. And I was like, wow.
Yes.
Yeah, spot on.
So, I mean, there's that. But also with this whole Denter, now I'm going to say this. I don't like Larsa. But the person I'm going to give the blues to is going to be Adriana. Because Adriana is ungrateful, unsustained, and she a lie. Because we didn't know this in season 1, but in season 1, she was having financial troubles. Okay? And Leah Black went ahead and not only donated money, because what happened is her son was in a private school. There was a debt because she wasn't able to fulfill the debt. So not only did Leah sit here and pay a portion, she went to her friends and had her friends donate to zero out that debt. Now, here's the thing. Random mofos don't do this. Friends do this. Better it really be. Let me ask you. Now, are you willing to not only contribute to a debt, but ask your friends who got money to pay to them? Would you do this for a random person or somebody you consider to be a friend that you thought that didn't have what they actually had? Before I finish.
I'm sorry. You lost me somewhere along the way. So you mean, would I give somebody money?
So, okay, so with the situation, Adriana, because we find out that she was actually married to her husband, to her then husband. They were already married. They submitted the paperwork, but they didn't actually have the ceremony, but the paperwork was already filed. Leah Black did not know this. So Adriana came to her with her sob story. And her son was in school. Leah Black's son is in school. They're friends. So what happened is Leah Black decided, okay, not only am I going to pay a portion of the debt to keep your son in school, I'm going to reach out to my friends who have money and ask them to contribute to pay this debt so your son can stay in this private school with my son. So what I'm asking you is, would you do this to a random person that you're filming with, or would you do this for a friend?
I mean, I'm only listen, when it comes to money, you better be a friend. I'm not giving random people no money.
I'm saying that because a lot of people may not see. This is why I don't see it for Adriana, because this is season 1. In season 2, we find out that Adriana was already married to her boyfriend. So then it was this whole entire thing of this stuff coming out, and now you have Adriana coming against Leah Black. With Leah, it's just like, I did nothing wrong. I was being a friend to you. But the fact that you lie, and then you have Adriana like, oh, well, we found out that she was married before, and it's like, Leah Black is older than y'all. So her being married and not telling anyone affected no one. You were married. Pitched a story to Leah Black that you had no money when you were legally married. And she went not only into her pocketbook, but start asking her friends to donate so your son can stay in this private school. This is what Adriana was doing. And then it was a smear campaign amongst other things. This is why I'm not seeing it for Adriana. So back it up. With them sitting at that dinner, and I also don't see it for Alexia. Alexia wants to sit here and come at Larsa, aka Rubbermaid, aka Tupperware, aka Plastic, aka my parts are less than 18 years of age. Y'all want to come for her with what she? Yeah, I said it. I said it. I told y'all I was on it today. They coming at her for her situation. And I'm looking at Alexia, just like, Alexia, with everything that you went through in the past season, we ain't even talking about this season. You ain't got nowhere to talk. And then you have what's her name? Adriana. You have her where she's picking. And now I don't like Larsa, let's be clear. But she's picking at Larsa. But you have a checker pass and you lying about being married. And because you didn't walk down the aisle and you didn't feel married, you're not married, but legally you are married. If you don't get up,
you taking us way down the rabbit hole.
I'm just letting you know. I'm letting you know.
We get it. You don't like us. We get it. I don't like you taking us way down the rabbit hole.
I'm getting a refresher's course because I debated watching 1 through 3 again because I really didn't care for it at first. So I'm like, do I really want to go back?
No, you don't.
But I do remember the whole school thing. Wait. But vaguely, I remember.
But little baby, that's just like when we were doing, I believe it was what was it, Beverly Hills with Really B. You and I were there to be the buffers. Now you knew all the tea when it came to Erica Jane. I just knew the show. So in this instance, I know seasons 1 through 3 up until 4. So I'm here to fill in the gaps. I'm just letting y'all know who watching. I don't like Adriana. F Adriana, and every chance I get, I'm a scold drag Adriana. But I'm an equal opportunity dragger. That's all I got. I'm a lot of cigarette while I'm talking. Go ahead, y'all. Go ahead.
I just remember Leah Black's account being in the black, and then
really? Wait, seriously?
Larsa, and I remember Mama Elsa, Marisol getting married for the 11th time. Yeah, I remember. I remember Alexia doesn't like pork.
Wait,
yeah,
that just little baby, really wasn't into it. Remember when Marisol Mama, when she got married, she was just like, "Yeah, I'm married," and then Marisol Mama was just like, "Yeah," and again, and again, and again. I was just like, "Oh, she got you." I'm sorry. Go ahead, y'all. I'm gonna be quiet for her. 20 seconds.
So, like I said in episode 1 of season 4, we had a chance to reconnect with the OGs. What up, Markel? Y'all, and listen, we're not gonna be we're gonna try to keep this to an hour so we can head on over to Markel's channel for the premiere of his new show. Abby, can you do me a favor and drop the link to his channel for me, please, so everybody know to go subscribe and meet me over there. I'm gonna try to get there. We ain't gonna make 8 o'clock, but we're gonna get as close to 8 o'clock as possible.
We can get
so we found out. So let's just get caught up on what's been going on with the OGs, and then we'll get to some of the new people. So OG number 1, we might as well go ahead and finish up Larsa. We know that all she really got going on for her right now is that she's selling the house. They said they made the announcement today or yesterday that the divorce is actually final with Scottie Pippen. Now I'm confused because I don't know which one of her children lived with her, because on one episode she said
no.
Right, wait a minute. But on one episode she said it was just her daughter. But then in the other episode she said the son. So, but I think it's just the daughter. I think the son is in some sort of program where he's not necessarily. I think she probably has custody, but he's not living with her.
I think what it was is that she was saying that Scottie was like not where they were, so the kids were still there at the moment. So when he would come into town, he would see the kids. But I guess now that Scottie is stable, the eldest child, I want to assume that he's in college. The 2 eldest boys is with Scottie, and she has Sophie.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Now the daughter is gorgeous. The daughter is gorgeous, and what I found was interesting was that the daughter was like, yeah, she only takes pictures when she's getting paid, and she's like 12. So,
but wait, but that's not a problem. Like, I'm gonna talk about that, but that's not an issue. Her daughter not only knows who her daddy is, but knows her worth. So to have a child
no, let me finish, because I wasn't saying it was a problem. I was gonna say, I think I even said I ain't mad at her, because if I could get paid for taking pictures, then that's what I would do too. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with her being an influencer, but I was just saying that I think she's only 12 and she's already an influencer, right?
And she knows her worth. She at 12, she knows her worth.
Right. Yeah, little baby, you have anything you want to add about Larsa before we move on? Because I think we already kind of covered that child.
I mean, it ain't nothing else but OnlyFans.
Yeah. And let me say this. I'm with Abby. I need her to give us a class on how to get people to pay you for your feet pictures, because I'm here for it.
Wait, but not just that, but I need for Larsa to give us more, because in these 4 episodes that we're reviewing, all that we know is you do OnlyFans.
And you selling your house.
You trying to sell your house at 14 when y'all listed it at 12. And that's it. And you threw this BS party. That's it. You ain't gave us nothing but that.
She should have got Gurdy to plan, because that party looked real Party City.
Well, look, let Adriana tell it. She got an issue with Gurdy planning parties.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. I'm gonna need you to calm down. How much coffee did you have today?
Roughly what, 10 cups of coffee?
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to calm down. So Marisol is a friend of the show, but we do know that she's married and her mom passed away. Lisa. Now, here's where you might need to fill in a blank for me, y'all, with Lisa. Now, Lisa and her husband, Lisa's husband is like plastic surgeon to the stars, I guess.
He's the boob doctor.
He's the boob doctor. So because like we know he did Adriana's boobs because she told us. And we know that on the first version of the show, they were having problems with fertility, having a baby, and that they were almost divorced because of it. But now they got 2 children. So do you know whether did they adopt? Did they do it in vitro? How did they get the children?
I'm pretty sure it's surrogacy, because she tried several times, lost the babies. They tried with surrogacy or a surrogate and lost the babies. So even though they didn't say it, I'm leaning towards that the 2 children that they have came from a surrogate. And I even went up for it, just like, good, y'all have it. Like, that is a great thing. And if y'all watch the previous seasons, her husband, his mama gave her the blues. And he actually checked his parents at one dinner. I said that just like, oh shit. But yeah, that is more than likely surrogacy. Because if it wasn't that, she would have said she carried both of her children to term.
Gotcha.
So it's safe for us to assume that it was surrogacy.
Okay. All right. So surrogacy, we got that. All right. Then we have Alexis. She's one of the OGs too, right? Alexis.
I don't like her.
Okay. So Alexis is the one that's got the two sons. One son had a traumatic brain injury in a car accident, so he stays with her. Lisa had her children through surrogacy. Okay, thanks, movie man. Thanks, boo. So we have that, and then her first husband was like a notorious drug lord. And her now, are both of her sons with the first husband or just the oldest?
Yes.
Okay. The oldest son is a jackass who actually got arrested today.
Yeah.
Go ahead, y'all.
I want to say this because we're not gonna give Peter any passes. Now, Frankie,
give him any passes. I just said
I'm saying that because if for those who've watched the season 1, she's coddled Peter. When Peter would have instances, she would sit here and shield him from responsibility. Because in season, I think it was 2, maybe if I'm not mistaken, his brother had his incident, right? He couldn't deal with it, and in one instance, he punched a homeless man. And then they were shooting with the magazine she had called Venue. A guy flipped them off, and he went, and I believe he just hit the vehicle and almost got arrested then. And when she talked to the police, she pretty much lied to protect her son. And then within that season, he started having big balls because, oh, my dad was this, my dad was that. Yes, that was your father, but you not that guy. So you need to sit here and pump your brakes real quick.
All right. Little baby, anything you want to add so far?
What was that about?
Okay. All right. So we know now that Alexis, what's her name? Alexis. That's too much.
Who was Alexia?
Oh,
Alexia. Yeah, her, the blonde.
All right. So we find out that right, he is right. So we find out that that she her second husband, who when Bravo did the flashback, I don't know how she didn't know he was gay. Anytime a man, anytime a man walks up to me and asks my husband if he remembers him, and my husband says no, and he gets on his knees and says, "How about now, ma'am?"
Okay, wait. So, Cali girl, yes, I'm on one today. But in that instance, if I recall correctly, in season 1, Leah Black had a friend named James as a male, but he was also a drag queen called, I think it was Elaine. So that was that person who did that. So there was really, to my understanding, there was really nothing with that. To me, it was just a playful, well, do you remember me now?
I don't care how playful it is. Ain't no man. I mean, a woman wouldn't be able to do it. Like if a woman came up to my husband and said, "Do you remember me?" He said no, and she got on her knees and said, "How about now?" I would have the same reaction because the insinuation is the same. You know what I mean?
No. But what I'm saying is, but nothing came of that within the season. And I don't like the fact that because Leah Black nor Elaine, the drag queen, are there, we're using this and just running with it. That's why I say, like, because my thing is, if it was that big of a deal, why didn't we address it either within the scene or doing the reunion? Because it was never really addressed.
Well, but now we're addressing it. But I mean, now that it's been confirmed, like clearly Alexia must have signed off on this being her storyline. And I agree, he's not here to defend himself.
Well, actually, she has like 4 storylines. And I feel like she was trying to figure out what was going to
She has more storylines than anybody else. Actually, if you look at she's got her son, she's got the ex-husband, she's got the fiance, you know.
But what I'm saying is,
my vote on the Flyers fucking house Because listen, anybody that got a car
I just
elevator,
felt that she was going out of her way to throw darts and figure out what was going to stick.
Maybe. But
because
she
the issue between
that's what
Peter and
reality
Todd,
TV is.
I'm just saying Peter and Todd, even though when I say Peter and Todd, I think about Atlanta, but that storyline, that's enough to sustain you.
Yeah.
Peter versus Todd.
Yeah. So we got that. We have that. Lord, now you made me lose my train of thought. Sorry. Okay, so I think except for Adriana, which pause. Let me finish. We're not about to get into the storyline yet. We're just talking about what they told us. And we really didn't learn nothing about Adriana in that opening. Where's everybody now? Like, did we get any updated information on Adriana as far as her storyline right now? Did we?
Nope. All we got is that she divorced her husband, or then husband.
Right. I think that's all we got on Adriana.
Because there was so much more to that we could have discussed, but we didn't. Right.
Well,
I want to say this. This is the only thing I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna let you keep going because it's gonna come up in the cup. Well, where we're going. I didn't like the fact that Adriana, being the liar that she is, and all the issues that she has. Because Alexia did.
Why are you typing in all caps?
Because with Alexia, we're going to get on Alexia too, but you have Adriana that is going after people, primarily Larsa. But you have a checker pass and things coming up. But you don't want nobody to sit here and talk about what you have going on. But you're talking about, because when Larsa, we're going to get to it, but when Larsa asks about, boyfriend, how long y'all been dating? She was like, no questions. But you can question her about her OnlyFans. That's all I'm going to say till we get there.
It's fine, Abby. I was just wondering. I was like, why is she yelling?
She's not yelling. No, wait.
I was done when Alexia pulled into that car. Listen, that car elevator, I don't give a damn. That is the biggest stunt that I have seen on any Real Housewives. I'm sorry. I don't care. That car elevator.
That was Todd's. We gonna put that on Todd.
I don't care whose it is.
It was Todd's.
I don't care. Bitch, that car elevator? Bitch. I was here for all of that. Do you hear me?
Anyway, so you were here for the fabulosity of it all?
I was sitting here like, I had to rewind that thing. I said, wait a minute. Whoa, wait a minute. Because I've heard of car elevators, but I've never actually seen it like that. I mean, to your house, bitch. Because, they say that Mitt Romney, remember that was one of the things when Mitt Romney was running for president, they were like, he's got a car elevator because he's got like a 2-story car garage or something in his house, but it goes underground or something crazy like that.
Now, I do want to say one thing though. I'm not going too deep, but you know how when we normally reference that, Todd came to us with the BS, we gonna have to put this on a brand new Todd, because Todd.
I know, right? Because it's a whole different Todd, right? Right. Because when you first said Todd and Peter, I was like, how they get in this? I had to remember.
Exactly. It's a whole different franchise.
Right? I was like, how they get into this? Okay, so those are the OGs. So our newcomers that we have Juliana, who is married to Martina Navratilova, and let me be clear. She's my favorite housewife so far. Martina Navratilova, that is, not Juliana. I'm loving her. When I tell you I'm loving Martina Navratilova, the only thing I want for Martina is when the rest of them are getting in glam, I want her to get in glam because we can tell she's doing her own makeup. And I'm going to need her to stop.
I'm okay with that, though.
No.
Wait. No, here's why.
Mm-mm. No.
Because this is reality. Mm-mm. So she's okay. All right. I'm gonna let it go.
Okay, little baby, you with me on this one. When she went to her art, when she had her art show, that clunky ass mascara and eyeliner, did you know what I'm talking about, little baby?
No. Because I ain't been paying attention to Martina's makeup like that.
Oh, it was hard to miss. I can't believe you missed it. But I like her. Like, she's my favorite. I love. What's up, Jonathan? Mwah.
I mean, she's my favorite.
Happy belated Founders Day, boo. Happy belated Founders Day. I'm telling you, that's my favorite. But anyway, then we have Nicole, who is a doctor. She's an anesthesiologist, and her only storyline seems to be this man that won't marry her and the fact that her daddy went to jail.
I will say with the second part, I can appreciate it. Because just giving us bits and pieces of her father, it's just kind of like, where is this going?
But I feel like we've heard it 3 times already. Like, I feel like, I mean, I'm not being funny. I get it. And I even get that that's your motivation. I get it. But I just feel like that's the third time we've heard it.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, I can appreciate her saying, like, seeing us go lifestyle to my mother being in her 40s and having to sit here and now provide for us. And then her saying, I would never be there. It makes me understand that she's like, I don't have to be married. Because for a lot of people, it's just, they think it's the man, but it's just her like, I'm good.
But I don't believe her. But I don't believe her. I think she does want to be married to that man.
Really?
I do.
Oh.
I do. Okay. I don't believe her. And the only reason why I say I don't believe her is because, again, she's the one that keeps bringing it up. And even when she said, well, when people ask me about us being married, he was like, nobody asked me. Like, I don't care. Like, she's the one that's making it an issue. And that's why I think it matters to her. Honestly, that's my opinion.
I can see that a lot of people will lie to the public because they're trying to convince themselves. Deep down inside, they want the opposite. But they understand that pushing for what they really want will actually push the other individual away.
Right. And
he doesn't want to get married again.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get married. He's been clear. And I think, and I'm going to tell you this, I think that she probably was okay with it until they had a child. That changes things for people.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think when they were single and they were traveling and they were living that great life, I do think that that she probably didn't care. But I think now I'd be willing to bet, probably not this season, but if we go into season 5, I'd be willing to bet it becomes a bigger issue because I think it does bother her.
I'm pretty sure it does. Like when she said, if he proposes tomorrow, I'll accept it, but I'm not rushing
because that's what she
get married.
Now, she said if he proposed, I would have to think about it. Then I'd be like, okay. But she said, well, if he proposed, I mean, I would ask. I mean, I would say yes, but I mean, I'm not pressing him about it, which tells me that it's something you want. You just know that he don't want it.
Right.
Okay. She doesn't want it. She doesn't want it enough to break up with him and leave him. Yeah. Like she's willing to continue to live the way they've been living, but I think she wants to be married. Now that's just my opinion. Abby said, nah, she cared the whole time.
But wait, I do want to say, Abby, thank you so much for letting your husband know that this show is on Peacock. Thank you for that.
Yes, thank you for answering. Well, you know, I got the best. You know, I got the best moms over here, child. They be doing stuff before I even ask them to do it. I be like, how you know I was getting ready to ask you to do that? Okay. Little baby, the first thing little baby say in the chat is go buy some Avon, child. She tell me go buy some Avon.
You better. You better.
So then we have Gurdy. Gurdy is from Haiti. Gurdy is the black woman on the show. Now, I will say this: Miami has probably the most diverse cast as far as they've got the LGBTQ couple, married couple. They've got the Latina. They have the mix of Cuban and white, and then of course we've got Gurdy, who is Haitian American. She's not even she's Haitian. She's not even Black American. She's Haitian, and so she brings that. We see, and they're a mixed couple. Her husband, her childhood sweetheart, and you know what I love is that he is a fireman. Okay, he is a regular schmegular. This is what I do. Whatever fireman, and he does not seem to be at all. And again, we've only got glimpses, but Gurdy is over the top, and he seems to just be like, "Yeah, okay, child." Like I feel like that's who Gurdy has been since they were in high school, and so he's just used to her.
I was just a hater. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I was a hater because she said that he works 24 hours on, 48 hours off, be a private military. I'm like, that is cute. Cause I did staff duty, I did CQ, where I done worked the whole 24-hour shifts on a Saturday. You only get 24 hours off, and that's the worst to be on a Saturday. Get 24 hours off on Sunday, and then bring your ass back to work on Monday. But I'm like 24 hours on 48 hours. I was jealous, but I'm like, you know what? Do your shit, Pippin. But I'm being honest. I was jealous. I was.
You
jealous.
know what? Sidebar, and this is a true story. My cousin's he's retired now, but my cousin was a fireman, and he had that 24 hours, 48-hour schedule situation. Mm-hmm. And when him and his wife got divorced, it was ugly, it was nasty, it was all of the above. His divorce actually set a precedent in the state of Maryland as it relates to custody, because his wife tried to use his fireman schedule against him to get full custody of the kids, because she said, well, part of the time that he has the kids, they're not even with him, they're with a babysitter because he's at work. And the union actually paid his legal fees, the firefighters union, because they said this could set a precedent that would affect our whole, the whole firefighter profession. If she's able to actually use that in court and be able to get full custody of the kids, can you imagine the precedent that would have set?
Yeah.
And so the judge, the judge ruled in his favor, but it was in the news and everything. Like, it was a big deal. Damn. Anyway, sorry, y'all. That was just in that. So,
no, but I appreciate that, because I'm pretty sure, like, when you're dealing with those that are, in the military, that's also a thing too. So, like, I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
And again, like, it's one thing if it's truly a dispute, but then it's another thing where it's just, I'm trying to win this battle.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I can appreciate that.
Yeah, and that's all it was. Like I said, their court case it was nasty. Their whole divorce was nasty. But yeah, that was one of the tactics that she used to try to get full custody of the kids. But anyway, that was just a sidebar. Go ahead.
Are we going to talk about Lisa or no?
Who is Lisa?
That the shade of it all. No, the one who had the children through surrogacy.
We just talked about her.
Well, no. I'm only asking because, like, with their particular situation, it's funny to me because in watching it, it seems as if she's either trying to convince us, whether she's trying to convince herself, there is no issues between her and Lenny, because she said he had an emotional affair, but y'all are separated. But in watching it, it's like she's coaching him.
Listen, let me tell you something. When people start talking about this damn emotional affair, boo ha ha hockey, no, he cheated on you, girl. He cheated.
But with that, I mean, like I'll be honest, I'm happy they weren't able to have their children, because in watching the last 3 seasons, like, I really was rooting for them. Like, can y'all have the kids? Because it took a lot on her, and then having the mother and everything else. So, like, they have it, but it just feels like, are you trying to convince us or yourself that this woman no longer exists?
Child. Well, let's get to, so Gurdy is like party planner to the stars, right? Well, at least the stars of Miami. Okay. So that's Gurdy's claim to fame. So let's get into some of these storylines. We're going to leave Juliana and Adriana for last. Let's leave them for last, because I think that's probably the most explosive of the storylines. We already decided Larsa don't have no storyline, because she's trying to sell that $10 million house that she got listed for $12 million that Scotty want to sell for $14 million. I don't know. I don't know why people go out here and get an expert opinion and then don't want to listen to the expert. You said that this man is the best of the best. He sold the most expensive house in the history of the state of California. But when he told you that your house shouldn't be listed at no $14 million, you're going to tell him he wrong. Well, then why you bring him in there? Why you bring him in there? Right. She got her OnlyFans that she says she averages $10,000 a day, but all she's showing is Instagram pictures. Okay, girl. But I do still want that tutorial on how to start OnlyFans with feet pictures. Thank you, and Thank you and goodbye. I'll even throw in some hand pictures. If I can get people to pay me for pictures of my feet, I'm telling you now, I will. Okay. Lisa called a woman a $2 hoe when Lenny is the one who stepped out. Okay, that's why I said it was more than an emotional affair. Don't listen. I don't know who you're trying to convince, me or yourself. Me or yourself. Now, so that's Larsa. Anybody? I think we done her. Lisa, I think we just covered Lisa. Anything y'all want to add? Y'all think that this whole Lenny had an emotional affair? Y'all think that's going to rear its ugly head later on in the season? Because she mentioned it for a reason. What y'all think?
I just want to first off say I didn't even remember her being a part of the original cast. So it's great that she refreshed us on who she was and what was going on. Alleged $2 whore that had her husband's heart will rear her ugly head again. From my understanding, from what I was told, from what I heard on the streets, it was some child who was on a Bad Girls Club that he was dating. Yeah,
he did her boobs, didn't he? Some girl who boobs he did.
Probably. So
probably. Yeah. Somebody whose boobs he done did. Let me ask y'all in the chat. There's 41 people in the chat. Let me get y'all opinion on this. And the guys, y'all can answer this too. How would y'all feel if your husband was a plastic surgeon and your husband had seen your friends naked? How would y'all feel about that? Because like Adriana was bragging to everybody about how Lenny did her boobs. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I'm cool as long as I'm at Louis Vuitton spending the money she gave him, but I don't know.
I just want to say that I don't really care about that, but what I do care about is I believe it was in season 3 when it was Adriana's wedding to her already husband, and it took so long for them to even get to the reception that Lenny wanted to leave, and then she turned to him with attitude and said, well, then leave then, because she was upset because he wanted to leave. Like, he's a surgeon. This thing took all damn day, and we ain't even got to eat, and they still doing what the fuck they doing. And then you got an attitude talking about something. Well, leave then. Like, wait, hold on. Wait, what purse strings are you pulling? I've been here since the beginning. I'm just saying. So I'm not saying I don't like Lisa, because I do like Lisa, but that attitude she gave her husband, and then she chased after him and had to call him back in, this and the third. Lisa a little shaky baby for me. That's all I'm gonna say. She a little shaky baby.
I just did not remember her on season 1. I'm just like,
no, she wasn't on season 1. She was season 2 and 3.
I don't remember her season 2.
Oh. Woo. Okay.
Alrighty then. Okay. All right. Okay. So that's Lisa Child. All right. I'm not saying I'd be 100% comfortable, but I like to believe that there will be a level of professionalism there as well. Yeah, I agree. And that's the thing. Like, you would think that. I mean, I guess that's the same as if my husband were a gynecologist. I don't know who. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain things.
I mean, I would hope my husband would have some.
Yeah, you just gotta kind of be okay with
being a gyno. I mean, yeah, that's
What's up?
Well, I mean, like, there's the decorum there, but I'm gonna say this: regardless of the fact, there's money to be made. Like, think about Orange County, like, and Heather and her husband. Regardless of how the fuck you feel, you want them to come to your spouse because that keeps the money coming in the household. I don't care if I know you or not. Oh, did my partner sit here take care of you? Oh, you didn't pay for the yacht I got over here? You didn't pay for the West Wing over here? Yeah, we cool. We cool.
All right.
Just saying. Hey, Abby.
Hey.
Hey, Ed.
Hello, family.
Why you got the lights off? What's going on over there?
Nothing. This is normally what happens at the end of the day. I'm normally sitting in the dark by the end of the day.
I just hope we don't see no splatters on the walls and stuff, but all right, praise God, hallelujah.
Why would we? Oh, I'm concerned and confused.
What kind of splatters we talking about?
You nasty.
Always been nasty. Always been nasty. I don't see it because you know I'm prim and proper, but I always.
Fix it, Jehovah Jireh. Okay. No, sir.
Is he your provider? I hope he is. Praise God. Hallelujah. Hey, yeah.
Wow. Okay. That is definitely
All
an
right.
unknown tongue. All right. All right. Okay, what was we saying?
All right. So the next person, we already talked about Nicole's storyline. Alexia. Okay, so we did touch on Alexia's storyline, but let's dig a little bit deeper into because Alexia got a little juice. Okay, so she wants to meet with her ex-husband's gay lover for closure. How do we feel about this storyline? How are we feeling about this?
She doing too much.
Listen, when they said in the first episode he wasn't gay, I would know if he was gay. Cut to a scene of her and him standing there, and there's this young man saying, "Oh," to the husband, "Oh, you don't remember me?" He was like, "Yeah, no." And that man got down on his knees and said, "Do I look familiar to you now?"
He was a drag queen.
What that got to do with him getting
I
hit?
don't. What does that have to do with anything?
I don't understand.
What I'm saying is, and I actually know what I'm saying is on some real ish. If that really was a thing, we would have explored it then while he was still living.
But I feel like it was a thing.
It never got explored. Not in none of the reunions. Never got explored.
But that doesn't mean it wasn't a real thing.
Okay.
For me, it's like murky territory. For one, I don't think nobody really wants to talk about it. I think Alexia knew it'd be an interesting topic, but she possibly had to like switch up because she realized it wasn't going to go too far. Obviously, the guy never consented during this entire process to wanting to be on camera, which is why whenever they showed her phone and or showed a picture, blurred. So I don't think this was going to go too far anyway. Two, they were separated in the midst of getting a divorce, and not for, from my understanding, it wasn't for reasons of sexual attraction. I don't know. Somebody refresh me, but I don't think that's why they were getting a divorce. Three, Mama may have recognized it, but let's be clear. Miss Alexia was getting taken care of, so she possibly wasn't going to say nothing. If anything, this is possibly a whole farce because she understood they had an agreement. He could go do whatever as long as you keep me nice. Me and my kids living fine.
It could have definitely been a gentleman's agreement.
Right. Little baby, do you remember in the first episode of this season when they were talking about Larsa, her OnlyFans, that she mentioned how, oh, well, we're old school. We have these traditions, this, that, and the third. And it's like she was low-key telling on herself because she tried to make it seem like she didn't know, but she alluded to the fact that she did know. Y'all got to pay attention.
Like Alexia, she lived good most of her life. Over half of her life, she lived a very good life.
I want to say this one thing though, and this is some real ish. I don't like Alexia in how she was dealing. Now, look, I don't like Larsa. Let's be very clear. I don't like the Rubbermaid woman. I don't like the plastic woman. Okay, I don't like the Tupperware girl. I don't like her. But what I didn't care for is you're going in so deeply on her when you have a checker pass. And here's something, and we can even go back to the Real Housewives of Potomac with Robin Dixon. I'm someone who suffers from depression and anxiety. I'm not gonna lie about it, but I'm just manifesting my ish. But me going through my bouts of anxiety, depression, and whatnot, I'm not worried about what you are doing in your life. I'm worried about myself and what I'm trying to go through. So when it comes to Alexia, with everything that you have going on in your life, why do you care so much about Larsa and her OnlyFans when from your admission, you found out that your father was gay after he passed because your mother was trying to sit here and shield you from it. You found out that your ex-husband was gay after he didn't pass. You have your eldest child who just sat here and, assaulted a homeless man, in addition to almost going to jail on scene because he want to sit here and fight someone because you got flipped off. And then, and this is not me trying to be mean, but then your baby, they had a car accident, has now regressed when it comes to his memory and whatnot. And then your oldest child sits here and gives him cannabis. He hits his head when he already has a mental injury. And now you don't know if he gonna make it. And now your fiance and your eldest child going at it. When you got all this going on in your life, you should not be worried about what the other person is doing.
It's a deflection. That's a very look over. It's a very look at that, so you don't look, so you're not looking at me. Ooh, look at that, look at that. So all of the big circus of bullshit that I got going on, y'all not looking at that. Y'all looking over there. Look over there. That's exactly what that is. That's what that is.
And thank you for that. I'm just saying, I just wanted to bring that out just so everybody, like I said, I've been watching season 1, but I wanted to put this out there so it's understood. And I got it. We all go through things, but when you really going through some stuff, you're not worried about what the other person going through. You try to make sure your house in order, not what this person over there doing. And on the real ish, though I don't like Larsa, you need to step your thing up. You need to put your pocketbook on the table and come for Alexia's neck. That's all you need to do. All right, I'm done. Go ahead. I'm done.
The choir gonna give a B selection. House in order.
Or try Jesus and not me. There you go. That's the song right there.
Try Jesus, not me.
Come all ye shadeful. All the good songs. Yes, Lord. Yes. My God is an awesome God who shades from heaven above. Yes, Lord. Yes.
Amen.
I'm sorry, ReallyB. Go ahead, ReallyB. Go ahead.
I was just letting y'all get it all out. Okay. So now we're gonna get to the twist and turn of the storyline that most interests me. And it started about 3 episodes ago where we first saw Adriana and Julia flirting. Okay. They talked about they was best friends and they was flirting. Okay. And we saw them flirting at the LGBTQIA event. We saw them flirting when they went to the storage unit to get Martina's stuff out of the storage bin. Well, we didn't really talk a lot about Juliana's backstory. She's got an interesting backstory. She's originally from the USSR when it was called the USSR, okay? Not Russia, but the USSR. She was originally from there, and she actually was Miss USSR, and she decided she wanted to come to America and defect, and she doesn't go too much into that story, which is fine. She was with a man. She had 2 kids. We found out that she did have a son at one time, but the son passed away from shaken baby syndrome. Now somebody told me some stuff that her husband died of asphyxiation doing some sex game.
Ooh, erotic asphyxiation. That's how he does it.
That's what somebody has said to me. I think that's what somebody, little baby, is that right?
That's what I heard.
That's what I had heard. See, you see how I knew little baby knew? That's what I had heard. So anyway, so there's a story there that she probably ain't gonna get into. But she said that she met Martina Navratilova at Wimbledon, I think, and nothing really came out of it. And then they met back up a few years later and, went out on a date. She said that Martina let her feel open and free, and that Florida is the first place that she's ever lived where she didn't feel self-conscious about being open about being bisexual, because she identifies as bisexual. And so that's sort of her backstory. Now, her and Juliana call themselves best friends. Okay. And The first time we saw them, they were acting like best friends, but the second time we saw them, no ma'am. No ma'am.
Well, I mean, the best friend, no, but the best friend thing is a good thing in general, just like in most relationships. Like when people aren't like friendly like that, they tend to crumble. So the fact that they act like best friends, like to me, that's a good thing because that means like the foundation, for the most part, is solid. Like I'm appreciative of that.
No, but that's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is they're not doing best friend stuff.
Oh,
I don't have no problem with them being best friends. Her and Adriana are not doing best friend stuff. They doing more than best friend stuff.
They best friends like them two women from Bell.
Well, I already told you I don't like Adriana, so yeah, she can
this don't have nothing to do with you liking her, y'all.
She can swim in battery acid. Okay, if she was on fire, I wouldn't piss on her. I wouldn't put no water on her. I wouldn't do nothing. I don't care. I said it.
Where's my fan?
But one has nothing to do with the other.
That's fine, but I don't like her.
We got that. That don't have nothing to do with what I'm talking about. You don't like her. That's fine. I got that. That don't have nothing to do with what I'm talking about.
Can I just say,
her and Juliana flirting with each other and how it connects to the storyline. So
Juliana said they have savoir-faire with each other.
Right.
That's what she said.
So that's where this storyline started. So then from there, the storyline progresses to Martina's art show, where Juliana seemed to be more concerned about who was Adriana's date and how many dates she had and whether she was sleeping with them or not, more than how many pieces of art Martina would seem to be selling.
I was there for it. Like on some real stuff. When it came to that, it's like you're using my wife as a storyline. Because again, I've been here since day one. It is what it is. You're using my wife to sit here and pump the fact that you're this art seller, but we ain't seen nothing outside of one season of you doing this. And if you want to sit here and put my wife's stuff on display, your number one job needs to be selling these dang on pieces, not the fact that you peddling two different pieces of peen and you ain't let one know about the other. Like, you need to have your attention on selling my wife's stuff. So I was here for it. Julia, I'm here in your foot, even though y'all been flirting. I'm here.
She didn't care about her selling her wife's stuff. She was caring about if she giving away her coochie.
Exactly.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's what I caught.
That ain't.
It did not lean.
Oh no! I'm not negating. No, I'm not negating
part.
Because Julia is jealous as fuck. But what I am saying is, in that particular moment, I understood it of what she was saying. Now, Julia is jealous as hell. She really is. But what I'm saying is, if you are going out of your way, because my wife is a star, you're going out of your way to do a showcase of all of her artwork, then your number one job needs to be making sure that all of this sells, not the fact that you invited one, didn't know you invited the other, and now we just sit and keep their ass separated.
Well, if the art is good, it's going to sell itself. I don't really have to do anything. Just the people show up and buy the art.
Well, look, hey, Abby, she had some good pieces. Now, I ain't got the money for it.
Neither do I.
But there was a couple of pieces where I was just like, I would like that. But then I saw the commas going on, and I'm just like, nope. Can't do it.
Lisa. We can't afford the artwork. I understand. But yeah, that whole situation. And I feel like Martina is not with the bullshit. So
yeah, I don't know how this is gonna play out. I'm waiting to see how, because Martina seemed like
Martina seemed like she knock a few buck on the low. So
when we got to the last episode, episode 4, we're gonna stop at episode 4. But when we got to episode 4, go ahead, y'all.
I just want to say one thing, Abby. You said Nut give you. See, you from Nut give you buck. I'm the head busters over here, but I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna need for Julia to go talk to Tiger Woods' ex-wife about what happened with her, because y'all keep on playing. Martina gonna be around here sitting here and she gonna be swinging and y'all gonna be up shit
That's
creek.
all I'm saying. I feel like Martina is really like, okay.
Right.
All
So
right.
in this last episode, everything sort of came to a head a little bit. For whatever reason, so it was Julia's birthday party, right? And Gurdy agreed to do the birthday party for free. And I'm sure there was a little bit of free advertisement because I'm gonna do it for free on this show. But she did it for free, and I ain't mad at her. That's what you're supposed to do. Like, I ain't mad at her. But Adriana seemed to have had an attitude almost from the beginning. Did y'all peep that? Almost from the beginning?
I did, but I feel like she was looking for a reason. Because if y'all pay attention, confessionals are shot after the fact. Because in the earlier seasons of these Real Housewives, they would still do those confessions, but they would talk to them like literally like right after the event would happen. We don't do that no more. So I feel like she was just looking for a reason to be upset. And again, I don't like Adriana, so F her, but I don't like her coming from the only black queen on the show. But I felt like she was looking for a reason to be upset with her. And here's the other thing. Earlier in that episode, when they trauma bonded over losing children of the opposite sex, because you have Gurdy who have boys, Julia who have girls, and you have Gurdy asking her, well, with the farm and everything, like my son likes it. What if you had a boy? And Gurdy, I believe, lost her daughter.
Gurdy lost the girl, and Juliana lost the boy. Gurdy lost the girl.
Wasn't it a miscarriage for Gurdy? Was it a miscarriage for Gurdy?
I think it was a miscarriage for Gurdy, and Julia actually
and
had
for Julia, it was the baby syndrome. So they were able to bond over there. But if y'all watch Adriana, because she only has one child, and her child is a teenager, maybe even an adult, she couldn't connect. So now you have these two trauma bonding, and then you have Adriana just sitting there because she can't contribute nothing because she probably doesn't have the emotional aptitude and bandwidth to give that.
Well,
so she's just sitting there, just kind of like, So everything after that was an issue when it came to. I told y'all I didn't see it for Adriana. I'm gonna tell y'all what it is. That's what it was.
Okay, little baby, how you feel about the whole Adriana Gurdy? Because again, it did start at that moment. For me, at least, it started there, and I agree because in the moment, Adriana seemed to have sympathy for both of them. But then in her confessional, she was real. She just has to make everything about her. She has to make, and I was like, that was legit. Like that was a legit situation. How you feel, little baby?
First, I just want to say, I love Julia's face. It's something about her eyes that are like so doll-like to me. Like she has a baby doll face. She is so cute.
Her eyes are soulless.
No, it's like this. She has like a childlike innocence in her eyes.
Okay.
Yeah, I love her face. I love it. Martina's art, I love. The ones with her, the one with her footprint, her footprints in the sand. I thought that was so dope. Like you could see the passion in that one. I love it. I love that one. With Adriana, first and foremost, it dawned on me last episode that the dark-haired woman who was Colombian was now the lighter brunette woman who's Colombian. I had no clue that was Adriana. I really did not. And I'm sitting up here thinking, where is she? And she's been in front of my face the whole time. But anyway, now that I've caught up, it just seemed to me like just between the two of them, they have like this level of possessiveness and they don't want anyone to get close to them. It's going both ways, I see. Because I'm still not trying to understand why she did not allow Gurdy and Julia to bond. That was a genuine moment right there. I did not understand why she had to snatch her away. And then she wasn't even consoling her. She was just sitting closer to her.
Julia. She shares that with Julia because she got upset with Julia being possessive, but they're both possessive as friends.
Because they're toxic. The whole situation is very narcissistic and toxic is what that is.
And I'm just wondering, like, what is Adriana's MO in the end? Because I'm still trying to get and understand how you show up to a farm in a white dress.
Thank you.
Open toe.
Thank you.
That drags the ground.
Now
I'm trying to understand it. It's not like you got a surprise about where you all was going. No, you knew where you were going beforehand.
She's trying
exactly.
Now I do want to say this, really be why I expound on this. If you can put up what D Movie Man posted, the very last one, because that is very significant for those who they won. Thank you. But what I'm also going to say is when it comes to Adriana, again, the whole fact, if y'all go back to just this season, when she was literally coming for, Rubbermaid, aka Larsa Pimpin's Net, episode 1.
I'm so mad
because I know a lot of people enjoy that, but my thing is, you really shouldn't be doing this. And in that moment of this particular episode, this is episode number 4, y'all, because we're only doing 1 through 4. When Larsa asked boyfriend number 2, not number 1, but number 2, how long y'all been dating? And she turned to Larsa and said, no questions. But you were able to question her about her OnlyFans and about what she's doing. So it's okay for you to sit here and ask other people about what's going on in their life. But because you got caught up because you accidentally invited boyfriend number 2 to the event with boyfriend number 1, and now you want to sit here and check somebody, like, again, I tell y'all, I have my reasons. I don't like Adriana. But I'm just saying, like, these things don't match up because you can sit, and even when it came to Gurdy, you're mad because Gurdy is bringing up something. But you've been doing this from episode 1 to 3 of this season, and it's okay. But now that I'm gonna just be nice, another person said something, y'all fill in the blanks. It's a problem. Get out of my face.
Right. So,
okay.
Go ahead, Abby. Say your people.
No, I was just going to speak to the point of being a parent who lost a child. That is a very exclusive situation. I don't want to call it a club. And it's not something that everyone can relate to. You can't say, oh, I'm so sorry. I know exactly how you feel if you've never lost a child. It's insulting. Yes, love.
I just want to bring this up because I haven't done my review yet because I did like several times, but I got cut off from other things. But this is one thing that I was saying because Adriana cannot, connect with this. But you have Gurdy and you have Juliana that both have lost children in 2 separate ways. And trauma bond, I hate to use that word, but they were able to.
But that's exactly what it is.
But Adriana has never lost a child. And when you really think about it, when you're in a group with people, and we can take gender, sexuality, and everything out the mix. But when somebody brings up something and you connect with it, and it may not be exact, but you understand, you and that person now have something that y'all can talk about. And you can connect with that. I think
that's what I'm saying. That just the loss of a child, it doesn't matter if it was in miscarriage. It doesn't matter if the child was 6 months, 2 years, 17 years old. The loss of a child is a very it's a very unique experience, and because it is so out of the natural order of the way life is supposed to go. And it's devastating, and it's devastating to the point where there's not even a name for people who have lost a child. Like, if you lose your parents, you become an orphan. If you lose your spouse, you become a widow. There's no name for it when you lose a child. So that in and of itself puts you in like a different space. And I understand why Adriana and Gurdy were able to connect on that level. And Juliana and Gurdy were able to connect on that level. But
No. You had
Adriana,
right. No, you had it right. It was
I had it right the first time.
lies. I'm sorry. Continue. No, you're right. It was
I get
Juliana
names
and Gurdy.
mixed
My
up.
B. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My bad.
Yeah, but
I'm sorry.
Adriana and Juliana have this narcissistic, toxic soul tie to each other for some odd reason. And Adriana not being able to connect to Juliana on that level kicked that narcissistic thing up in her, which is why she immediately attacked Gertie. And that's all that is. That's just her narcissistic, oh, she's got something with her that I can't ever bond with her on that level about that particular thing. And that thing is deep and wide. And it changes you on a molecular level.
And that's why it really pissed me off when Adriana act like Gertie was trying to steal a moment and make it about her. Like her grief wasn't real and her response wasn't real. Like that really, really irritated me. Like that
and
really
again,
irritated me.
She wasn't even pulling Juliana close to comfort her. She just had her sitting apart from Gertie.
Yeah.
She wasn't even comforting her. They were just sitting close together.
Right.
But you know what? But little baby, I will say this though, in watching that scene, my heart melted. Because I can't speak for nobody else. I watch a lot of reality television. And I can tell when somebody is faking a moment, but in that moment, like I really felt for both Julia and Gertie, because literally y'all have somewhat parallel moments, and y'all are going through it, and that is one of those where because we really do look on some real ish, y'all. Even though a lot of us like me, ReallyBTV, Abby, and even though Little Baby don't necessarily do it, but we all watch these shows and we gag about it, this, that, and third. But we watch it because we want that reality. Reality was right there where you had one that lost it through a miscarriage, one that lost it because they had a nanny who wasn't up to par, but y'all both lost children. And it was a real moment. And this is why we watch reality television. It used to be the thing where, dang, you can watch it and be like, this is a real moment. A lot of the times it's just like, yeah, this is for show. But in watching it, it was like, it's a real moment. And they're both going through it. And I'm sitting here just like, oh my gosh, like this is deep. And then you have one person that's talking that yang, and it's just like, thank you for taking away from this moment. Thank you.
It's always one. It's
always yeah. You ain't lying.
And it's very much a let me steal the moment and put the focus back on me by blaming someone else. Like, girl, go sit down.
Right.
Go sit down somewhere.
So that happened the day before the party or the night, but sometime before the party. So the day of the party, the first thing that
just to interject, there is a name for parents who have children. It's just not commonly used. It's not common.
Oh, okay. Adriana shows up, and the first thing she does is basically start talking shit about the party is not this, it's not this, it's not that. She could have done a better job, and basically given, and to Gertie's face, like she was to her face, basically telling her, I'm not impressed. This isn't cute. I have to redo this. I have to redecorate that. And again, I'm just trying to figure out where's all this energy coming from, because it really seems to come from nowhere. Like it really, really seems to come from nowhere. I don't know. What y'all think?
It felt like jealousy to me, because first off, I don't know what Adriana does for a living. And so
nothing.
This came across as, again, jealousy. I mean, this woman's doing it for free. You mad you didn't get to plan your friend's party for free? Like, what's going on?
I don't know. It seemed like she came in there with an attitude, and like it was like it didn't matter what Gurdy could have had. I don't know, people coming off the ceiling, and she would have been like, "Oh my gosh, this is so basic." Like I don't know.
But who?
I'll say this. I said all what I had to say, but I'm not going to say any more because then we're going to get to this realm of racism versus colorism. So I'm not going to say no. I just said everything I had to say when it comes to Adriana. So I'm done. Because if we go there, I know how you feel, ReallyBTV, about this situation.
I don't even know what colorism comes into this, but okay.
No, I'm just saying, she's like, in general, because if you really think about it, all of the women, for the most part, on this show are Cuban American-ish, and I think the only people that don't revolve around that is Larsa, Juliana, and Gurdy. But it's just interesting that the person that you're coming after, Adriana, happens to be the only dark-skinned woman that we've had on this show in all of 4 seasons.
I don't think
that's all I'm saying.
To do with the issue, though. I don't think that has anything to do with it, though. I think it's simply because the thing with Juliana.
I think also Gurdy has a large personality, and you can't have 2 large personalities in a room. Again, it's jealousy, it's competition. Gurdy walks into the room, she commands a room. She doesn't have to make herself known, honestly.
And
she doesn't have to make herself known. That's just her presence.
Nicole alluded to that.
Passive aggressive moves, such as wear long flowing gowns and high-heeled, open-toed shoes to farms to get attention.
Ooh, well.
But wait. But Nicole actually semi-mentioned that. Is what I was trying to say is you have somebody like Gurdy who has this personality and what she does as a profession. And this is how she shows up compared to all of the other women in the room. Nobody wanted to hear Nicole when she said that. Again, I'm not trying to make everything colorism. I'm really not. I'm just saying it's very funny to me how you're going after the only person that is of the darker hue out of all of the other women. That's all I'm saying. Like, I find it to be funny, but I told y'all from jump, I don't like Adriana.
And it could also be
I think she would have acted that way if somebody had bonded with Juliana on the same level, you can swap out Gurdy for anybody else in the cast for them to bond and she would have did the exact same thing.
But when Gurdy brought up the whole washing of the feet, Adriana wasn't happy about that because now you have Juliana's wife just like, you washing her feet? Because it's one. No, I'm sorry, massaging. It's one thing to wash somebody's feet. It's another thing to massage somebody's feet. So I think she was
anybody touching anybody's feet is my question. Like, why?
Martina said, "So are you the Pope? You the Pope?"
Right? Because it's not in a religious type of ceremony. I don't understand why this is happening.
Listen, I was over here thinking, so you Ruth, and you don't went over to your alabaster box and you don't pull out your oil. Come on. Like, what's going on?
I'm gonna say this. I don't have enough evidence for me to categorize racism. I don't have enough evidence to do that. I just don't. I don't. I agree. I think that it's Juliana. I think she's just as territorial about Juliana as Juliana is about her. Remember the week before, Juliana was mad about her having a date at the damn, situation. So that's just me. That's me. I don't have enough evidence to turn this into a racial thing yet. It doesn't mean that we won't get it later on in the season. I just don't have it right now.
I just got one thing to say, and I'll let you finish. I don't I like Juliana, but I don't like Juliana. Because my thing is, I don't like people who like to put parameters on relationships. She was saying, Martina cannot flirt, but I can flirt. Like, how does that exist?
Good for the goose is good for the gander, love. That's not how that works.
Exactly.
Right. And let's be clear. It's one thing to flirt, but that they were inappropriate. Like that's not that went beyond the flirting. That was inappropriate.
I say that to men. I'm in relationship all the time. You lead, I follow. What you do, I do. So if you don't want me to do it, then you don't do it.
And one thing right quick, and this is in reference to like a New Year's Eve vlog, whatever, but really be if you, or because you have my email, please send me Abby's email. Abby, I'm going to bring back my deep dive trending topic segment. There's a topic that I would love, because you got mad at me because I didn't have you on my channel, but there is a topic that I would love to have your input on.
Okay. Sure.
Both are from this whole, where you nug if you buck, I'm head busters. So I would love to kind of like have your input on two particular topics, and I want to do it so badly. So really, if you could send me Abby's email, I will send you the topics, and we can talk about this and have a good.
Do I need to come with my hair in a ponytail?
Say what?
Do I need to come with my hair already in a ponytail?
In a ponytail, swoop to the left with your patty to the side, however you want to do it.
Gotcha.
It's up to you. However you want to do it.
What we're gonna do, we're gonna finish up this on the next one, because this episode actually was sort of a to be continued. But what ended up happening was Gurdy. I feel like Gurdy was giving it back to, because Gurdy was the one that brought up the shoe wash, the feet washing thing.
She was,
and I know she did that directly as in a direct connection to how she sort of came for her.
Yeah,
and I was here for it. And I was here for it. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave it there because it's been an hour and a half. I'm going to leave it there, but we're going to pick up next week. And we were just giving you sort of the foundation since we kind of were 4 episodes in. But next week, we will specifically talk about what happened on the episode, so we can go play by play of it. So if you are not watching The Real Housewives of Miami, it is on Peacock. You might be able to find it in other places. I'm just going to leave it at that. But it is on Peacock if you want to stream it. If not, just catch us here next week and we'll give y'all the breakdown. Okay? Yes. Thank y'all for being
here. And also, for all of us who are up here, follow us. We all give the same.
I wish you would let me finish. And then, can you let me finish?
I really want you to know this feels very El Teddy and you when y'all.
Right. Golly. Your screen came on.
Damn it.
Little baby, your screen is on. I don't know if
I turned it on. I just want to
okay.
show people my little planner.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I don't know if you want it to be. What I was going to say is please make sure that you are following, because I was actually getting ready to thank y'all for being my guest on the panel. And I was going to say, make sure you are following Yocrates and Abby Reviews. Little baby is my mod, and she is my expert on all things Housewives. So please and thank you. Would you like to add to that, y'all?
What I was going to say is ReallyBTV is a gracious host. She does great things over here. She does fantastic interviews with people from different various reality TV shows. So please come over here to enjoy this beautiful and gracious host.
You better clean it up. You
have Abby Reviews over here. She does great things. She does her Get Ready With Me in the morning show, so you can see her put her face together and have some great conversations and all that good stuff.
You would say that on the day I ain't got a drop of makeup.
Look, I'm trying to do my job here, dang.
I appreciate it, baby. I appreciate it.
And then we have little baby down here, even though she's not necessarily a content creator, but she does contribute to what we do over here. She is a great person. When I tell you that she has all the tea on the reality Housewives, this is the one that you want to listen. When she say this is what's going on, she is not lying to you. But this is also another great person to subscribe to. Just if in the event something comes on, and I mean it's me. Why wouldn't you subscribe to me? Like, it's me. So yes, subscribe to all of us.
And
Yes.
with that being said, I'm going to get out of here. I'll talk to y'all later. Mwah, peace. Lord have
Bye,
mercy.
guys.
Y'all, next week,